Prisoners is a 2013 thriller about the abduction of two young girls and the lengths that the family and the police will go through to get them back. The police arrest the suspect, but with the IQ of a child and with no hard evidence, they're forced to look elsewhere. One of the fathers is left with no choice but to take matters into his own hands. He captures the main suspect and begins torturing him, knowing that with each passing day, with each passing hour, the likelihood of their survival is less and less likely. But he isn't getting anywhere, and time is running out. Meanwhile, the detective starts to unravel a much larger mystery, involving a deceased child killer, a labyrinth, and other clues that all seem to tie back to decades of abductions. Prisoners is a draining, dreadful experience. It's tense, haunting, and unforgettable. And even at 2.5 hours, it'll leave you feeling exhilarated and unable to catch your breath. Prisoners was a film by Denis Villeneuve. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. The critically acclaimed up-and-comer that keeps hitting home runs with every single thing he makes. Prisoners was my introduction to him, and nothing could have prepared me for how big of an impact this was going to have on me. Really, in the theater, this thing took my breath away. This is one of the most effectively disturbing and upsetting movies I've ever seen. Dread is the name of the game here, and every single moment this movie has its hooks in you. The camera work, first of all, is absolutely gorgeous. This is a slow movie. It takes its time, forcing you to just breathe in the atmosphere and the helplessness of the situation. The music is hauntingly depressing. The whole thing has this ambience that you can't shake off. There isn't any unnecessary dialogue. Instead, it offers quiet reflection of this bleak, helpless situation. If there isn't anything to be said, it isn't. But these quiet moments are filled with tension and rage and desperation. The A-list actors here are giving the best performances of their entire careers. It's raw, it's emotional, and it's devastating. We watch these desperate people being pushed to their limits, brushing aside ethics to do whatever it takes to save the lives of these children. And if this was all the movie was, it would be a hard pill to swallow. But there's so much more going on here. The history of violence, the bigger mystery being unraveled here, it feels very similar to David Fincher's Seven or Zodiac, in all the best ways. Hugh Jackman's character and Jake Gyllenhaal's character have completely different paths, but they're both working for the same goal, saving the kids. But they're going to be conflicting with each other. The tense relationship between these two characters and the way they obviously have to butt heads, it's just so great. Each character's journey is essential to the story, but they both offer different things. The detective gives you insight into the whole bigger picture, while the father segments have the emotional weight to remind us that time is running out and that we can't be running around looking for clues and leads when the answer is right in front of us. They balance out perfectly. The two stories complement each other, and it's all in service of the whole product. The drama here is great. This is an extremely rewarding experience. Everything pays off and ties together just perfect. It's a nail-biting thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat, all the way up to the very final shot. It'll make you sick to your stomach, and not just from the subject matter, but from the sheer adrenaline you'll get from it. It's exhausting in all the right ways. I'm actually going to keep this review a bit brief because honestly, I don't really want to spoil too much. But I will say that it's absolutely satisfying, and this is the type of movie that will linger with you long after it's over. It's immersive, it's compelling, and it's unforgettable. It's a must-watch experience, of course only if you have the stomach for it. It really is one of the best thrillers of the past decade.